We're told the Tower of Babel was a harmless construction project that got out of hand, but the historical record tells a darker story. Immediately after the tower falls, brutal, highly organized empires emerge from the desert dust, all of them dedicated to bloodthirsty ancient pantheons. This creates a massive geographical anomaly. The creator seemingly steps back from the entire globe, leaving it to plunge into paganism, while narrowing his entire focus to one man named Abraham living in the Middle East. Understanding these events requires looking at the Tower of Babel as a legal event. It marked a formal separation between humanity and its creator, a cosmic divorce. Applying a strategic geopolitical lens to this separation changes how we interpret the next 4,000 years of history. The builders on the plains of Shinar produced a ziggurat, a massive, brutalist brick structure built with technological ambition. An ancient ziggurat functioned as the mainframe of an urban machine. It was a gateway to invite spiritual entities down to earth on human terms. Humanity had received a specific directive: multiply and fill the earth. By pooling their resources at Babel, they chose to centralize power and stay in one place, defying that command. This declaration of independence forced a shift in the jurisdictional map of the globe. The legal response to this rebellion appears in Deuteronomy chapter 32. Modern English translations contain a chronological paradox here. They claim God divided the nations according to the sons of Israel, even though Israel didn't exist when the nations were scattered. Ancient manuscript evidence clarifies the text. The Dead Sea Scrolls preserve a version that predates the common translation. The original Hebrew script shows the nations were divided according to the sons of God, the members of the divine council. This map shows the mechanics of the scattering. The globe fractured into 70 distinct territories, each placed under the legal jurisdiction of a lesser spiritual being. Humanity gained the independence they sought, but they were handed over to supernatural middle management. These spiritual managers soon began operating for their own benefit. Instead of governing with justice, they demanded blood sacrifice and total worship. They effectively hijacked the nations they were assigned to protect. The historical pantheons of antiquity grew out of this treason. Greco-Roman figures like Zeus represent real, rebellious members of that divine council. The Egyptian system followed the same pattern. Figures like Ra and Horus demanded formalized worship to cement their authority. In Babylon and the Levant, entities like Baal established empires based on fear and localized idol worship. The pagan gods were a network of corrupt spiritual administrators running a hijacked global system. As the nations were occupied, the Creator launched a counterstrike in Genesis 12. The strategy relied on building a new nation from scratch, rather than attempting to fix the 70 corrupted ones. The mission began with Abraham. He was an ordinary man living in Ur, a city dedicated to rogue gods. This new family became a private estate. On a map of the ancient world, it appears as a small perimeter of light, surrounded by dark, occupied territory. Israel functioned as a tactical beachhead behind enemy lines. Major events like the Exodus or the battles in Canaan take on a different meaning through this territorial lens. These were surgical strikes. The goal was to reclaim land and liberate people from the jurisdiction of rogue gods. The campaign focused on protecting this geographical foothold until the arrival of the Promised Son. The biblical narrative documents a multi-millennia rescue mission to win back a hijacked world.